Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Thursday. I hope all is well. We're going to begin and pull some oracle, and then we'll move on to the Light Seers Tarot. But let's do some shuffling. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to pertain to just this Thursday. It could be the surrounding energy for you. Apply it as you should. And keep an open mind. I don't know why I feel the need to say that. To begin for this upcoming Thursday. For Thursday. You could be feeling a bit stuck in one way, if not multiple ways, but Spirit's saying shake it off, okay? Loosen up a bit. Get a release if need be. Things are going to develop and shift forward for you in a positive direction. It's just not the exact time yet. There's a need to keep up with, put effort towards certain obligations, routines of importance. Are we taking care of ourselves consistently or enough? Stuff like this is coming into play. Coming out, we have the nourishment card, and it did come out in reverse, so it might be a lack of nourishment that's taking place, but also nourishing and taking care of other aspects of our day-to-day life. Adaptability coming out as well, loving that green imagery, and listening, the dolphin card, all right? Okay, listening to what you're feeling, what Spirit's saying selectively, listening to your intuition, because I do feel like it's going to be heightened throughout this day, seeing through things, seeing the reality of things. But I did hear before beginning the reading, interestingly enough, and I didn't mention until now, of time to gain your starlight success. Okay, that's not exactly how I heard it, but it's coming through that way. Time to be in the spotlight in one way, if not multiple ways, with this kind of spotlight imagery. And I did hear the message following that of do it your way. Okay, it's time to do things your way and see spotlight success due to it. But I also feel like there's a focus on the fact that you are, to an extent, or not having fun when working that day-to-day job, or doing your errands throughout the day. Or even migrating, I want to say, from one situation to the next, having the dolphin here, which does talk about fun for me as a reader. And so I feel like Spirit's saying, how can we enjoy ourselves just a little bit more? But look at that, the moon card. I don't think this has ever come out in one of my readings. Talking about cycles, the cycles of your life, the cycles of your, a situation in particular, or your days, thinking about how to get a release. Yeah. I feel like Spirit's, you're either thinking about that or Spirit's pushing you to recognize that that's necessary. Given the fact that you do go through a lot, right? You're messed with spiritually. You're affected by things, right? You have a lot on your plate. You balance a lot out, but also reminding you once again to take care of yourself. All right. I'm also getting kind of your harvest from this imagery, the fruits of your labor, if you will, things starting to pan out for you. But Spirit's also reminding you, if recently or throughout this day or surrounding it, you're pushed to think about, or you just naturally think about a sense of expansion for your business or for your career in general or for your life in one way, shape, or form. There's a reason for it, and that's going to make things, it's going to be a game changer, all right? It's going to make things more so head in the right direction for you. I don't know why that's coming through, but let's pull a couple tarot. They just pushed my voice to pretty much echo, all right, or feel like it was echoing. A sense of your voice getting out there, having a bit of a rippling effect, a positive domino effect as well. I sense that Spirit is reminding you of your true worth and how important your voice is, but we're also saying that our voice is important, okay, meaning Spirit. And so I feel like you could be a voice for Spirit being drawn to this reading, or it could be more so you just sensing that they're trying to communicate with you at certain points, however that typically or is coming through for you. Being reminded that Spirit does communicate with us all individually in different ways, okay? It's like a million different ways for me. But to continue for Thursday, wow, this did a flip. The Tower card and the Seven of Cups. You could be thinking about an ending that's going to lead you to more choices, more options, a lot more to do potentially, or just needing to decide on something different for yourself or something new. But you could also be thinking about how change, from the past is leaving you with the Seven of Cups energy. But you're also being reminded, just because a door can open for you doesn't mean it's going to be a healthy one. So trust your intuition once again. Trust what Spirit's making quite crystal clear, or at least partially clear at certain points. But I also feel like there's a focus on certain toxicities that you have in your day-to-day life, and whether or not you're going to be able to adapt to those moving forward, or is there a change we need to make or are already making moving forward. But I feel like for a lot, the positives and the negatives and the in-betweens of your spirituality is coming into play, and feeling things so strongly and accurately, right? Being so intuitive as a soul. There's positives and there's positives and negatives to that all the meanwhile, right? Sometimes I don't want to see things 100% clearly, but I do, right? But the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Cups, there's communication coming in, and you may even be communicating with yourself, potentially with somebody else, in the universe, in regards to a wish fulfillment, a happily ever after for yourself. And I also sense that things may feel a bit fast-paced around you throughout the day, and you might be speaking a bit quickly. But when it comes to your physical movements, it's quite slow-paced or just slow and steady wins the race kind of vibe, all right? When you look up at the moon or you feel connected to the moon, there's a true, strong reason as to why. I'm also hearing clear waters, clear water, okay? You need to move towards clear water, towards happier days. And I feel like there's one, if not multiple changes on the horizon that will lead to that, but also thoughts and potential action in regards to that all the meanwhile throughout this day. Interesting. To continue, we have the Two of Wands. I wouldn't be surprised if this day does leave you thinking about what you haven't embarked upon yet, or what you haven't succeeded at yet, or what you don't have, right? Being reminded that you're meant to travel, all right? You're meant to experience more of the world. And I feel like at a certain point, if not multiple, you need to just simply catch your breath and recognize that things are affecting you. You do have a decent amount on your plate, if not a lot. And so all the meanwhile, catch your breath, reground yourself, rebalance things out, and proceed in a more efficient manner, okay, and way. Because I feel like if you find yourself losing your breath at a certain point, or you're just feeling a bit overwhelmed, to just accept that and just move forward and keep proceeding with whatever you were trying to accomplish or whatever was at hand, you're going to find that increase on one hand, and you're also going to find that you don't accomplish or tackle something as efficiently as you could, all right, naturally. But it's easier said than done in the moment. So we're just forewarning you that's going to come into play. Are you listening to the vibes is what I'm getting? Okay, are you paying attention to them? A situation just will shift in the wrong direction energy-wise at a certain point throughout the day, and you're going to feel this quite strongly. And I do sense that all the meanwhile, this reminds you why you deserve and or desire a change for the future, okay? This is a fraction of what you deserve is what I just heard, a fraction of what you deserve. Okay, we're gonna put these in the upright. A sense of you listening to your creative side or being pushed to, okay, your sensitive side, listening to the emotions that you're feeling and applying it as you may or discarding them as you may. And remembering, if you're empathic like myself, if you're picking up on someone else's emotions and it's not yours to carry, listen to that and do what you can to remove it, okay, or just to release it and move on with your day. Anyways, the King of Swords and the Eight of Swords talking about how there is levels of experience, knowledge, wisdom you will need to apply and put to use for your advantage and potentially to help other people or that situation, because you're feeling a bit trapped and limited, right? But I feel there's levels of freedom for you being drawn to this reading that do lie ahead, and you need to remember this or realize it. But you're being watched over, you're being very much looked after. But I wouldn't be surprised if one, if not multiple people throughout your day are keeping a close eye on you, for the better or for the worse, maybe expecting something negative from you. It could be also you being in the public eye once again. A couple more before we wrap this up. A death and rebirth is on the horizon but isn't here just yet. But I feel like all the meanwhile, you're changing dramatically. But that's just the beginning in regards to what lies ahead for your personal development. And I just feel like, once again, with the Eight of Wands and the Six of Swords, you're gaining knowledge, intuitive hits, communication from spirit, even in regards to what you're meant to steer clear of and walk away from moving forward. A feeling that you're being pulled away from a situation at a certain point, and this is not a bad thing. This is preventing and leaving you in a better energy state all the meanwhile. It reminds me of sometimes when I feel just guided away from my serving job for the day, even though I could naturally stay later and make more money, right? Succeed more. And then I find that the rest of the day pretty much was dead, right? Not a lot of customers coming in. And so all the meanwhile, I was saved from just that downtime and just kind of hanging around, not making the money I could have been. You get the point? So just remembering that there's purpose to every movement and lack thereof which, and pull and whatnot throughout the day. Okay, you're very guided, as we have the High Priestess, if I could even speak, at the bottom of the deck. Again, it's a day where you need to trust, you need to adapt, and you need to listen very carefully and adapt again where need be. I hope this was a good reading. Really can't tell. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your day, and I'll definitely see you next time.